baby. Take two. Take two. I lost my internet, boys and girls and ladies and gentlemen. The thing was just spinning on my end. So I had to walk to the road. What's up, Box? What's up, Ray? Hey, Ray, what happened to you today, man? I was watching your live. I commented. Next thing you know, he's like, man down, road up, whoop, gone. You was done. What's up, Jonathan? So, I apologize for the live a while ago. I was going live, and we was live, and we was talking. And then all of a sudden, the little thing's spinning. Had stuff to do. The little thing was spinning, going reconnect. And then it says, do you want to continue on Wi-Fi or sell your data? And then it went no service, no satellite, no nothing. And it went out. So I have to walk all the way to the road, which is about 300 foot, 400 foot, maybe 500 foot to the road, to the highway, to get a cell phone service, to get a signal. I called, what's up, Tulu? We're gonna do take two. So I went to the road and called the provider and got customer service. And I said, I don't have no internet. And she's like, what? And I said, I don't have no Wi-Fi, I don't have no phone, I don't have nothing. I'm nothing. And she said, well, we got a lot of stuff going on. We're gonna reset the transponder in a minute, blah, blah. And I said, how in the world can Taliban allegedly get 6G Wi-Fi in the caves in the mountains in Afghanistan, and I'm here in the United States and I can't even get no damn signal? She said, I know it. I can't comment or speculate on that, but we should have it up in the next 20 minutes. And then I've been sitting out there waiting, and then my little thing popped back on that I got service. But anywho's, oh yeah, I follow you. I follow you on you. I follow you. I guess you mean that you follow me what I'm saying. I don't know. But I'm not gonna be on here long unless y'all want to be on here long. And we can be on here long. So I am going to go get some fuel in the morning, and I'll go live tomorrow. Cranking the square body, cranking the 54. I'm cutting wood in the morning. I'm actually cleaning out the wood shed. Hey, I'm cleaning out the wood shed on the south side, on the east side, and I'm turning it into a larger chicken coop. I got chickens ordered, more chickens. Box Chevy, okay, so did you watch my video on the 15-degree rule? I appreciate it. Box Chevy, did you watch that video on 15-degree rule on paint and thinner? Did you watch that? Haven't seen it yet. I put it in the comments, Box Chevy. When I commented on your post, when you was spraying primer, and I asked you what was your mix and how'd you mix it and what you spraying and all that stuff, and you said you was using thinner instead of reducer. Did you see the link? What's up, Brazil? Did you see, did you see the link to go to the video? I have to go check it out. Yeah. So, Box Chevy, I commented on that same post where I asked you about your paint. Your primer. How'd you mix it? And then you replied that you was using thinner. Well, then I replied and sent you a video on my YouTube channel explaining to you what actually happened. It's called the 15-degree rule. Thinner is too hot, meaning it dries too fast. So what was happening, Box Chevy, was you said that it was drying too fast or getting hard too fast. Well, actually what it was doing is it was actually drying before it got to the panel because it was drying too fast, so therefore it's called dry spray. So it looked like it was textured when you was rubbing it. And what happened? So what happens, let me show you. So what happens is when you're spraying your product and you have your fan, your fan should be 6 to 9 inches fan, and you should be 6 to 9 inches from the panel. So when you're spraying the primer, you need to do 75% overlap. Now I did a video the other day on that fender showing people how to spray primer. So when you're spraying primer, you need to keep a 75% overlap. I'm not gonna touch that because I got chicken grease on my fingers, but I will touch this right here. So if you're spraying and you're running your spray like that, right, then you need to drop down and do a 75% overlap. So just drop down 25%, 25%, 25%, 25%, and keep a wet edge and spray. So what is happening, you had dry spray. So the dry spray was, the product was drying in the air before it hit the panel. So when it hit the panel, it wasn't laying down and melting in because it was already dry. So you didn't get good coverage, you didn't get good adhesion, you didn't have mechanical or chemical adhesion. So you go and watch that 15-degree rule video, and that will help you out tremendously. And use reducer. So if you're spraying outside, which is fine, whatever the temperature is, let's say it's 70 to 75 degrees, you need to get 85 to 90 degree reducer, and you need to try to spray your panel where it's not in the direct sunlight, if that makes sense. So if you're spraying this panel, right, and the sun is shining down on you, turn it around where you're in the shade and then spray it that way. Right, I've been asked dudes around me, they told me I'm good, Right, I've asked dudes around me and they told me I'm good. That's why I thought it was no issue. Your spray technique looks good. You're doing good. I'm just trying to help you fine tune what you have. So whatever product you're spraying, you have to understand the chemical make of it, because solvents is what carries. So when you mix up primer, you have a solid content and then you have a liquid content, right? So let's just say you have primer that is 30% solids, okay? So if you mix 10 ounces, that means only 30% of it is actual product and the other 70% is liquid, which is solvents. That's the carrier, okay? So if the carrier that you're spraying is rated for 70-degree weather and you're spraying and the sun is on the panel and the panel is 85 degrees and it's 85 degrees outside, then you are 15 degrees below what your reducer and your hardener is. So your flash times and your set time is cut in half. So think of it like this. When they set up that product on a piece sheet, it says, if you mix in the hardener, or let's say you mix in the product and it's 2 to 1, right? So let's say it's 2 to 1 to 1. So it's 2 parts epoxy or primer, 1 part hardener, 1 part reducer, right? So, and the hardener that you're using is rated at 70-degree weather. And the reducer that you're using, but you were using thinner, and thinner's a whole lot hotter, right? Get a cup out. All right, look. So I'm just giving an example, right? I've never thought of it that way. All right, so look at it like this, all right? And that's okay, man. It's okay. I want to help you as much as I can because you're down in what? And are you in Louisiana? Is that what I think you're in Louisiana? I don't know. You're not close to me. So look, if you're mixing your primer up, right, and it's 2 parts. It's 2 parts product, 1 part hardener, 1 part reducer, right? So that's 2 to 1 to 1, right? And your mixing cup, all right? So if you have your Alabama, my bad, Alabama, that's right. Roll Tide, baby, roll Tide. All right, so if you got 2 parts epoxy, 1 part hardener, and 1 part reducer, when they give you that piece sheet, the information sheet, that is set in a perfect lab, meaning 70-degree temperature. So if it's 85 degrees, then your flash times are anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes at 70 degrees. So if it's 85 degrees and that panel is in the direct sunlight, that panel might be 90 degrees in the sun, right? So you are way higher than it needs to be. So let's just say it's 85 degrees and you're using 70-degree reducer and 70-degree hardener. Well, your flash times are 5 to 10 minutes in between coats. Well, cut that in half. So now it's 2.5 minutes to 5 minutes flash times. So if you're on your panel, and this is your panel, and this is your product, and you're spraying your product, and the product is set at 70 degrees, and it's 85 degrees in the air, your product is drying before it hits the panel. So once it hits the panel, it's already dry. And when you rub it, if it's not slick, like a baby's butt, if it's not slick, right, and it's got little texture to it, it's dry spray, meaning that the product dried before it hit the panel and melted in. So if it's 70 degrees and you use 85-degree reducer, then you've increased your flash times by half. So if it's 5-minute flash times, now it's 7.5-minute flash times. And your flash time starts when you spray, not when you finish. So when you're spraying the panel and you start spraying, your flash time starts then. Also, your flash times also relate into how heavy you spray. So if you're spraying it heavy, then your flash times need to wait. So to check your flash times is you need to touch a part of it like a piece of tape. And if it just barely fingerprints, then you're good to go. If you get back on it too fast and you cover it up and cover the solvents up that can't come out, you'll have pops, and that is called solvent pop. Fish eyes is from contaminants, from petroleum-based stuff. Armor all, oil, greasy ass fingers from whatever, food, not prep and whatever. There's 2 different types. So if you get solvent pop, they look like little blisters. But if you get a thing that looks like a fish eye, that is petroleum, or that is a contaminant into the product that comes to it. So go watch that 15-degree rule. It's got all the mixing cups on there. How do you read a mixing cup? That should help you out on that. And also remember, spray. Make sure you do 75% overlap, right? So traditionally everybody does 50%, but if you teach yourself to do 75% overlap, solvent-based products is 50% overlap. Water-based paint and waterborne stuff is 75%. So don't forget to consider the temperature of the product. Yeah, Yeah, everything makes a difference. So, yeah, that's right, Roberts. That everything makes a difference. So, if the panel is if the panel is 75 degrees, everything has to be the same temperature. I'm definitely gonna watch it. I can't fit anybody nowhere. Dude, Box Chevy, look, you got me, big dog. Look, I will help you. I will help you as best as I can help you from afar. I've been doing this for 30 years, and I've been an instructor since 2010 at the college. So I teach this. So I teach it. So I also give classes. I give classes twice a year. See, I give paint classes twice a year. I teach people how to airbrush and pinstripe, and then I teach people how to do collision work and restoration work. So, yeah, so if I can help you out, hey, Tulu and 84 Cuddy and 87 SS, they got my number. They had to get a hold of me. Call me. I'm willing to learn like this. It's something I really want to do. Mine's at 13%. Hey, Box Chevy, look. Hell, I don't give a shit. I don't care. Look, Box Chevy, look. That's my phone. Look. Right there. 910-220-7099. Just text me. I'll help you as best I can. All right, boys and girls. So let me give you a little update on some stuff that's going on. I cleaned the shop like tremendously. I mean, I cleaned the shop like nobody's business, right? Cleaned it. All right, so check this out. I called today to confirm the Holley stuff, the fuel injection system for the 302 94 GT Mustang build for the 61 Ford box truck. I confirmed that today. I confirmed the other Holley system for a 78 F-150, the blue and white truck with the 351 modified in it. And also I talked to Holley, and they also told me that they have a front drive system that uses like a Corvette style water pump that you can bolt onto an old school small block Chevrolet engine, and you have all the Corvette style drive system on it. How cool is that? So that right there is going to be for the 63 Impala. Also talked to them about fuel injection unit that looks like a carburetor for the Impala. And after we talked for about an hour on the phone, the guy, Blake at Holley, he's like, dude, why don't we just sponsor you and set you up as a dealer program and send you some banners and stuff? He said, dude, I just want to let you, this is what he told me today when he called me. He said, dude, I just want to let you know that I have got so many phone calls this week from people saying that they seen your video on Facebook and YouTube, and you said my name, Blake at Holley. He said, I've been getting phone calls all friggin' week long of like, I want to talk to Blake. I want to talk to Blake. I'll wait. I want to talk to Blake. And then Blake says, man, a guy said, hey, man, I was watching this guy from North Carolina and blah, 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 and he's working on this truck, and he said that you helped him out and said you was the man to talk to, and I want to talk to you. So Blake, all right, boys and girls, I got to go. I'm sorry, boys and girls. My security alarm is going off again. I apologize. I'll have to get back in a second.